Hi, my name's Cameron, and this is my level Shade Man. Um, I wanted to use Shade Man as the boss because I've always really liked vampires in general in games and movies. The aesthetics always really resonated with me, so I've designed the level around the idea of vampires. And so, the first half of the level takes place entirely underground. The player continues on and runs into this enemy. Now, obviously, they'll find that they can't damage it, so that maybe they'll get closer, and hey, look, they can kill him. Keep going, and you'll run into this spring. The level is designed around the use of these springs. Now, the player will jump on and find that they can't get any higher, but if they hold the jump button, then hey, they get up. There's these tops from that enemy. If the player had taken too long, it's fine. The player will find that they're easily destroyable. And I really wanted to hammer in the use of these springs, so in short distance jumps instead of ladders, I've used the springs. Now, I wanted to introduce this enemy in isolation so that the player can understand that the tops are destroyable. You can destroy the tops, and then the player can easily beat this enemy. You can keep on going through the level, down this ladder. And these are mostly filler enemies. I just wanted to keep the player on their toes. So beat that guy. You don't even have to worry about that one. Kind of difficult enemies for the player, but nothing that they can't really handle. Jump up here. And here's another enemy I wanted to introduce in isolation. I want the player to understand from both the first enemy with the shell and now this one that some enemies have to be beaten at certain times or from certain areas or you can't damage them. For example, this one's shield, you have to wait for it to be shooting before you can actually do any damage to it. So we beat this guy, we come through the store, and we have the mid-boss fight. There's both the top enemy and the shield enemy we've just defeated. So you wait, you destroy the tops, jump over the shots from the shield guy, and eventually, you beat both enemies, grab the key through the door, climb up, and you'll grab the metal blade. Now, originally, I started the player with the metal blade, but I thought that it seemed strange for the player to have it the whole time, and there's never really any indication of you having it, so I added the mid-boss fight as a way to give it to the player without seeming strange. So the player climbs up this ladder, and now they're above ground. So you can grab this health and this checkpoint. This is supposed to be a sort of reprieve for the player. Originally, this was the starting point for the level, but as I tested it, it felt kind of strange to me. So I built backwards from here to help make the level feel more satisfying. So you keep going through the level. More enemies appear, nothing too difficult. Climb up the ladder. And here, it didn't make too much sense to me to climb up and see the river, so I changed the background that you'd see up here to be a city still, but not have the grass and the river. So deal with these enemies. And we come across some wall turrets, so we kill the turret, dodge these shots. Player might find that they can slide under the shots like I did. I wanted to make this a little more thought-provoking, so I made it so it wouldn't be as simple as just dropping straight into the two enemies. So we beat this guy, beat that guy, get this health. This area is supposed to be a small reprieve for the player as well, but for a different reason, since we're approaching the Broth Store. So we use the spring, get up here, come through the Broth Store, and now it's time for Shademan. Now, I wanted to make it feel more about Shademan, so the background is less detailed than the rest of the level, and the music's changed to be more climactic so that Shademan feels like he's the main attraction. So, Shademan's abilities are to swoop down and grab you, or he can come down and throw petrifying blasts at you that'll turn you to stone, and then he shoots his real weapon. But using the spring and the metal blade, he can be taken out pretty easily. And yeah, that's my level, Shademan. I really hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.